first. That was always in our game plans, and you're thinking in the dressing room, you know, if you can get your noses in front, you can turn the Goodison crowd on them, on the officials.
You think about it now, the way in which the game's changed these last sort of 7 or 8 years, but some physical players in these games. And if you look at Campbell and Ferguson up front, you don't get many pairs like that nowadays, do you?
This was a very aggressive Everton team, I thought. They had like Gravison in there as well. He had a little bit of needle about him. A lot of big physical lumps who could leave it on you. There's Gravison there having a bite. I think the game back then was more physical and more aggressive. You can get away with more. Yeah. When I watch Premier League games now, it's very rarely you see a tackle, really. Yeah, I think it has gone quicker and more technical as the years have gone by. But I think this era suited my game more because I quite like to play on the edge.
Danny Murphy. Xavier snapping at his heels. Vignal's cross. Headed away by Stubbs. He's come back to Steven Gerrard. Brilliant goal! What an equaliser by Steven Gerrard! 12 minutes gone. Fantastic start to the Merseyside derby.
You're happy there, aren't you?
See, in this game, guys, a story for you here, right? I went over to get a throw-in really close to this end there that I'm running past now, and I got hit on the bridge of the nose with a 2p coin.
Is that why you've gone like that?
That's why I'm milking this celebration so much.
Do you know this celebration? I used this celebration in my evidence. So when I went up to Liverpool fans after the game, I got fined 5,000. Yeah. I used your celebration, sort of grasped on you, said, look, he did this and you fined him. It's some goal, though, isn't it?
It was one of my favourite goals, obviously, because of where it is and who it's against. All the build-up 2 weeks before that is, you've got to beat them. You've got to beat them. Make sure they don't beat us. I know you have a similar thing with City. It was always a bigger satisfaction when you score against Everton.
Here's Gerrard.
And the Gerrard Houllier, you did play a lot of direct long passes, didn't you? You had a really tight, compact back four. Did it feel like you were a direct football team?
Well, I think having a Heskey up there, and I think maybe the realisation that we didn't have really that many top possession-based footballers.
Yeah.
I mean, like Scholes's that you played with and Keane, they were all about possession and keeping the ball and stuff. I think we just played to our strengths. We had pace in Michael, who could go onto the back and flick-ons, and we had me joining Emile. If the defenders wanted to play over a press or through a press, I was going to be there to get the bits.
Here's Gerrard. Owen in a good position, wants it back again, and he'll go for goal instead. It was almost identical to the shot that brought his goal. Good save.
Under Rafa Benitez and the Gerrard Houllier, do you feel like it hampered you or helped you playing that sort of more direct, compact style of football? Would you have been better off playing under a more technical coach, like an Arsene Wenger, who would have developed you into...
You mean from a personal point of view?
Yeah, from a personal point of view. You would have adapted to anything, wouldn't you?
I think it's what we all missed from an England point of view. I think the so-called golden generation that they call us and stuff, if we had a technical coach now, i.e. someone where you can build through the thirds and possession-based, I think we'd have gone closer to winning something with England. So, yeah, but having said that, the only reason I won the big trophies that I did win with Liverpool was because of them two managers, because of how organised we were out of possession.
Risa, that's a good ball. And Vignal skips the tackle and feeds Heskey. Owen far side of the box, that's a penalty.
He's jumped out there.
Big Unsworth there. Just couldn't stop, couldn't put the brakes on there.
Did it need the two bigs? Big
Just couldn't stop, look. Big Unsy. I think Emile got a bit of unnecessary stick at times for us because he was one that you probably didn't really appreciate him unless you played with him. He worked his socks off Emile and he held the ball up a lot. I think the criticism probably come because he wasn't regular with his goal return compared to a Michael or a Robbie, but I think he suited our 11 so much because he gave us that opportunity to go long if you were in trouble.
He was a perfect partner for Michael. Michael loved playing with him, didn't he?
Definitely, yeah. Even more so than Robbie, I'd say. I think Michael and Emile were better together as a partnership. Robbie was a top player, don't get me wrong, but as a partnership, I think Michael and Emile suited each other more.
Michael Owen can give Liverpool the lead here. Half an hour into the derby. And does.
I'd have got a few more goals in my career if it weren't for Owen O'Farrell on the penalties. The penalties, yeah.
How did that get decided who had penalties?
He was the manager, but you know what Michael and Robbie are like, obsessed with scoring goals. I don't think they'd been happy to lose out to a midfielder. And I always watch teams now. I can't understand it when it's never